What's going on, guys? Back in our video, and today we're here with the game for final game of the series against the Reds. Phillies won the last three, shockingly. Did they win the last one? Well, today, obviously. Anyways, drop a like, hit the subscribe button. We're on our road to 175 subscribers. Comment down below which one to do next. Anyways, the Phillies and the Reds ending their 4-game series. The Reds had Justin Dunn, and the Phillies had Aaron Nola on the mound. Who would conquer against each other? Well, let's start at the third inning. Third inning, score is 0-0. The Reds score no runs. Now we go to the bottom of the third, and we go to Kyle Schwarber. He didn't do this. He actually hit a moonshot towards dead center field at 451 feet and gave the Phillies the lead 1-0. That's his 35th home run of the season. He is still the National League leader in home runs, shockingly. In the fourth, nothing happened. In the fifth, the Phillies scored another run from Edmundo Sosa's flyout, which did send home Garrett Stubbs, sorry. So then the Phillies are up 2-0. And then the sixth inning came around. Justin Dunn was pulled. After 6 innings, he allowed 4 hits, 2 runs, 2 walks, and got 5 strikeouts. But Nola did not get pulled after 6 innings, nor 7. He is working at the shutout in his hands. He has only allowed a couple hits already. Only like 2 or 3 hits already in the game. Why would you pull him? So they didn't pull him. But they did pull Dunn, because he did allow 2 runs. But the person replacing Dunn was Moretta. So he pitched 1 in the third. He allowed 2 strikeouts. But then he was replaced by Detweiler in the 7th. That's our 8th. And he allowed 3 hits, 2 runs, and a strikeout. Yeah. I mean, no, Detweiler was before. So in the 7th, he pitched 2/3 of an inning. Then he got pulled for Moretta. That's right. So it was Detweiler, then Moretta. Not the other way around. So both of those runs came from Edmundo Sosa's RBI single, which brought home Vierling and Zimmer. Jesus Christ. Zimmer and Vierling both got home. Phillies lead 4-0 going into the 9th, where Aaron Nola is still pitching for the Phils. The Reds were no match for Aaron Nola today, as they get shut out by the Phillies 4-0. Phillies won on 4 runs, 7 hits, and no errors. The Reds lost with 0 runs, 5 hits, and no errors. Aaron Nola is obviously your winning pitcher. He pitched all 9 innings. He is 9-10. He's only allowed 5 hits, as I said, and he got 11 strikeouts. Justin Dunn is your losing pitcher for the Reds. He is 1-2. Now, Edmundo Sosa's had 3 RBIs that game. That was his 13th to 15th RBI of the season. He only went 1 for 2. Staub went 1 for 3 with another double. That was his 14th of the year. Vierling and Stubbs both went 1 for 3 with a run. Schwarber went 1 for 4 with that home run in the third. And Zimmer went 2 for 3 with a run. Now, I don't know what they're going to do, but Bryce Harper, he is coming back tomorrow to play with the Phils in Philly against the Pittsburgh Pirates. For the Reds, I hope they keep losing. I'm kidding, I can't say that. Senzel and Solano both went 1 for 4. So did Aquino. Lopez went 1 for 3. And Friedel went 1 for 3, but he got his 5th double of the season. So for Brandon Marsh, the Phillies center fielder, who was placed on the 10-day after having himself injured in Cincy before the last series against the Mets, he started his rehab assignment with AAA earlier tonight, and could return as early as Saturday. But with Harper coming back, something bad had to happen, and we lose Zach Wheeler. He is on the 15-day IL with a forearm injury. The Phillies are also 15 games above 500, which is their highest they have ever been since 2018, when they were 64 and 49. They haven't been 16 games above 500 since 2011. Now that's a shocker. But yeah, Harper's returning tomorrow. Roster moves have to be done in order to do that. So I feel like Zimmer's going to get dropped down. Or he gets DFA'd, which is probably what's going to happen. But I'm not the Phillies manager. I am just a fan who follows Philly sports. Anyways, the Phillies won 4-0. Altogether, they are 48 and 26 for Rob Thompson, and they're 15 and 8 in the month of August. The Dodgers are still leading. They're 86 and 37. The Mets are in second. They beat the Rockies. They're 80 and 46. The Cardinals are 72 and 53, still leading the NL Central. The Braves, they're 78 and 48. They're 10 games above the wild card. The Phillies are getting bailed out by the Padres as they lost both games. The Padres lost both games to the Guardians, and the Phillies pushed their wild card lead from 1 game to 2.5. With the record of 70 and 55. That's amazing. And since the Padres are still behind them, 2.5 games behind, they're 68 and 58. And they play tomorrow against, I believe, the Royals. But anyways, the Brewers, they're still losing. They're 65 and 58. They're 1.5 games out. The Giants back down to below 500, 61 and 62, 5.5 games out. The Diamondbacks are 56 and 67 at 10.5 games out. The Marlins are 54 and 70 at 13 games out. The Cubs are 54 and 71. They passed the Rockies. They're 13.5 games out. And the Rockies, as I said, lost to the Mets. They're 54 and 72. They're 14 games out. The Reds got swept. They're 48 and 75. They're 18.5 games out. And the Pirates, they're 47 and 77. That's a lot of 7. They're 20 games out. The Nationals, they actually won a game. Holy crap. They're 42 and 83. They're 25.5 out. Yeah, making a comeback. Very, very late in the season, my guy. Let's go. Very, very great. So, anyways, Phillies did sweep the Reds. They play tomorrow at home against the Pittsburgh Pirates. That game's on 7:05. Bryce Wilson will be pitching for the Pirates. He's 2-7 with a 5.78 ERA. Going against Zach Wheeler's replacement with Bailey Falter. He is 1-3 with a 4.40 ERA. Amazing performance against the Mets on Saturday night. Last Saturday night, pitching against the Mets, amazing performance. That's actually going to be on Sportsnet Pittsburgh for the Pirates, NBC 10 for the Phillies, and the My Teams app, wherever you may be able to purchase the app. Anyways, that's it for me. Thank you so much for watching. Like and subscribe. We're on our road to 175 subscribers. Comment down below what you want me to do next. The Phillies beat and sweep the Cincinnati Reds. 4-0. Aaron Nola gets his complete game shutout. His first shutout in, I'd say, over a year. So, it's really his 4th career game, complete game all time. But I think they're not counting 2020, so I don't know. 4th or 5th altogether, maybe 3rd without 2020. Yeah, so Phillies go against Pirates, and then they go against Atlanta. Again, the Phillies don't go against the Mets at all in September. We have 7 more games against the Nationals left. We got some games against the Marlins and the Braves. We still got games against the Astros. Well, we got still some games in the AL we still got to play with. Like the Astros. That's our last game last series of the year. Because that got pushed from the early lockout back in April. And yeah. Honestly, if they have a shot to make the 4 seed, they probably don't. Because the Mets and the Braves are like locked in already. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.